Welcome to ElderlyTV, dear friends. Let's be honest, none of us really want to live to 100, if it means living with illness, loneliness, or dependency. But what if reaching 100 meant you could still rise from your favorite armchair without a struggle? Take a brisk walk without losing your breath. Recall every detail of a chat with your grandkids, and wake up each morning feeling refreshed and ready to embrace the day. If that's the case, you might just smile and say, "Sign me up." Today, ElderlyTV is here to share 8 simple yet powerful signs. If between the ages of 65 and 80, you can still do these things, congratulations. You're aging remarkably, and the path to 100 is wide open before you. These signs don't come from fancy supplements or doctor's visits. They come from your body itself, from every step you take, every movement you make, every restful night's sleep, and every moment of mental clarity. Each sign tells a story. There's Harold, who no longer needs his hands to stand up. George, who decided to take the stairs again. And Paul, 79 years young, still solving crosswords and mastering his smartphone. Do you see a bit of yourself in these folks? Stick with us until the end of this video. Whether you can do 1, 3, or all 8 of these things, it's not just luck. It's the result of a life lived with pride and purpose. Sign 1. You can stand up from a chair without using your hands. There's one small action that speaks volumes about your health after 65. Standing up from a chair without using your hands. For younger folks, this is second nature. But for those of us over 65, it's a clear sign that your leg muscles' core strength and balance are still in top shape. Every time you sit down and stand up, your body orchestrates a symphony of effort. Your thighs, hips, and core work together to keep your back straight and lift you smoothly. If you can rise from a chair with ease, without gripping the armrests, or leaning forward for momentum, that's a fantastic sign. It means your body is still moving in harmony, like a well-tuned melody of strength and coordination. Let me tell you about Harold, a 77-year-old from Ohio. Harold was always active, a man who loved his morning walks. But one day, after watching the evening news, he stood up from his recliner and noticed something alarming. He had to push off with both hands to get up. At first, he brushed it off, thinking, "Maybe I'm just tired today." But it kept happening. His doctor warned him, "Harold, if your legs weaken, your risk of falling increases. And for someone your age, a fall can change everything." Harold didn't wait for that to happen. Each morning, he spent a few minutes on simple exercises, lifting his legs while seated, standing on his toes, and taking deep breaths as he rose without using his hands. Within weeks, he noticed a difference. Standing up became effortless, and his steps grew more confident. The truth is, your leg muscles can rebuild at any age. You just have to keep them in the game. Try it today. Sit in a chair without armrests, and stand up using only your legs. If you can do it, congratulations. You're holding on to a skill many your age have lost. And if you can't yet, don't worry. Your body is ready to bounce back, as long as you give it a chance to practice. Sign 2. You can walk briskly without getting winded. If after 65, you can still walk at a brisk pace, without stopping to catch your breath, that says a lot. Not just about your stamina, but about a heart that's still pumping, strong lungs that are working well, and legs that keep carrying you forward. We often think walking is just a simple act, but it's actually a natural stress test for your entire body. Geriatricians call it the silent longevity marker, because people who walk briskly tend to live longer, stay healthier, and keep their minds sharp. Picture the last time you went for a walk. Were you striding, confidently soaking in the morning sun? Or did you find yourself pausing, your breath heavy after just a few steps? Let's meet William, a 74-year-old from Texas. William loved his daily walks, but lately, he noticed something odd. The familiar path to the park seemed longer, and his breathing grew labored after just a few minutes. At first he thought, maybe I've just been lazy. But after a checkup, his doctor said gently, "William, you need to rebuild your walking speed. It's the key to keeping your heart and lungs strong." William started small-timing himself as he walked 10 meters in his living room. Each day he shaved off a few seconds. Soon he ventured to the park, choosing flat paths, stepping steadily, head held high and breathing deeply. After a few weeks, not only could he walk faster, but his mind felt clearer, his legs lighter, And most importantly, he felt like himself again. Here's the kicker. Brisk walking doesn't just help your heart. It boosts your brain, lowers the risk of memory loss, and keeps you sharp with every step. If you can still walk briskly, you're carrying a precious gift that many your age no longer have. And if you're not there yet, start small. A short walk each day. Just a bit faster than yesterday is all it takes. Sign 3. You can stand on one leg for 10 seconds without losing balance. Balance is something that quietly slips away as we age, often without warning. Yet it's one of the most critical factors in staying independent, mobile, and safe. If you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds without holding on to anything, that's a powerful indicator that your nervous system, muscles, and reflexes are still working together like a finely tuned machine. It shows that your brain is still sending clear signals, and your body is responding in real time. Think about your daily routines. The last time you put on pants, socks, or shoes, did you manage easily on one leg? Or did you instinctively reach for a wall, a chair, or even sit down instead? These small moments quietly reflect how much your balance supports your freedom. Let me introduce you to Frank, a 76-year-old from Florida. Frank had always considered himself active, but one morning while getting dressed, he lost his balance and had to grab a chair. That moment surprised him. Curious, he lifted one foot and tried to balance, and wobbled after just 3 seconds. That simple test left him shaken. He realized that if he didn't act, a fall wasn't a matter of if, but when. Determined, Frank made small changes. He stood on his toes while brushing his teeth, practiced balancing on one foot at the kitchen counter, and even challenged himself during TV commercials. Just a few minutes a day. After 2 weeks, he could stand on one leg for over 10 seconds, and he felt it in every step. His stride was steadier, and his confidence returned. Science confirms this. Seniors with good balance have a higher chance of living longer, avoiding injuries, and staying socially engaged. Falls are the leading cause of hospitalizations among older adults, and often mark the end of independent living. Try it now. Stand near a sturdy chair or wall. Lift one foot gently, and see how long you can hold it. If you reach 10 seconds, that's worth celebrating. If not, remember, balance isn't lost forever. With consistency and a little patience, it can be rebuilt, one quiet, steady step at a time. Sign 4. You can sit on the floor and stand up without help. There's a simple but vital ability many people don't notice. Until it's gone, the ability to sit down on the floor and stand back up without anyone's help. It doesn't have to be quick or graceful, but it should be steady and controlled. This movement isn't just about raw strength. It's about the coordination of your legs, your core, your lower back, and above all, a quiet confidence in your body. For many older adults, the thought of sitting on the floor is daunting. Not because they don't want to, but because a single fear holds them back. What if I can't get back up? And that fear can quietly erode our willingness to play stretch or even reach for something under the bed. Over time, avoiding the floor becomes a habit, and the ability begins to fade. Let me tell you about Joseph, a 78-year-old grandfather from California. Joseph adored spending time with his grandkids. His living room often turned into a playroom filled with crayons, puzzles, and tiny laughter. But one afternoon, his granddaughter pulled out a chess set and asked, "Grandpa, let's play on the rug." Joseph hesitated, not because he was tired, and not because of pain, but because a whisper of doubt crept in. What if I can't stand back up? That night, Joseph couldn't sleep, not from soreness, but from the unsettling feeling that he might be losing something bigger than a movement. He felt like a small piece of his freedom had been stolen. The next morning, he decided to take action. He began by kneeling next to a chair, slowly lowering himself down onto a soft mat. At first, he leaned heavily on the seat for support. But day by day, breath by breath, he began to trust his body again. After a few weeks, he could sit cross-legged and stand up smoothly, without needing to hold on to anything at all. Joseph's story reminds us of something essential. The ability to get down to the floor and rise back up isn't just a physical skill. It's a quiet declaration of independence. It means freedom to play, to garden, to stretch, to live without fear. Medical studies support this too. Older adults who lose this ability often face a much higher risk of falls, mobility decline, and loss of autonomy. In fact, this simple movement is such a reliable indicator of long-term health that some doctors now use it as part of senior fitness assessments. So try it. Find a quiet, safe space near a sturdy piece of furniture. Sit down slowly. Stand up gently. Notice how your body feels. If you can do it, celebrate. It's a precious ability that many take for granted. And if it's tough right now, don't give up. This isn't just about age. It's about trust practice and honoring your body's ability to relearn what it once knew. A little each day is all it takes to regain this quiet but powerful freedom. Sign 5. You can carry a bag of groceries without feeling weighed down. Carrying a bag, whether it's groceries from the farmer's market, a couple of milk jugs, or clothes from the store, might seem like a simple everyday task. But after 65, it becomes a real-world test of your upper body strength, shoulder mobility, and especially your grip. It's one of those quiet indicators of physical resilience, the kind we often overlook until the bag starts feeling heavier than it used to. Here's something fascinating: your grip strength, the force that lets you hold a bag, steady open jars, or twist doorknobs, is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity. Numerous studies show that older adults with stronger grip strength tend to live longer, stay healthier, and maintain independence longer than those with weaker hands. It's not just about carrying things. It's about holding on to your life with control and confidence. Let's meet Richard, a 75-year-old from Colorado. Richard was the kind of man who always did things on his own. He enjoyed shopping for fresh fruit at the weekend market and took pride in carrying everything inside in one trip. But one afternoon, after unloading the car, he noticed something unsettling. His hands trembled and his wrists ached. The bag he carried wasn't unusually heavy, but he had to stop halfway to rest. He sat down, surprised. When did this get so hard? He asked himself. He hadn't even noticed the strength slipping away. But instead of giving in to the change, Richard took action. He started with simple exercises, squeezing a soft stress ball while reading the newspaper, doing wrist curls with a 1-liter water bottle while watching the evening news. He even practiced carrying grocery bags filled with folded towels just to simulate the real thing. After 3 weeks of consistent practice, Richard walked from his car to his kitchen with a full bag of groceries, no stops, no tremors, and a smile of quiet victory. Carrying a bag may look like a small act, but it's a powerful symbol of independence. It says, I'm capable, I'm still strong, I can take care of myself. That strength shows up in little moments: bringing in groceries, watering the garden, lifting your grandchild. These are the motions that keep your life in motion. If you can carry a bag without feeling drained, that's something to be proud of. It means your body is still responding to the daily demands of life. And if you're finding it more difficult lately, don't ignore it. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment. A few minutes a day squeezing a ball, lifting light weights, gently stretching your fingers and wrists can restore the strength that slipped away unnoticed. You're not just training your hands. You're reinforcing your independence one grip at a time. Sign 6. You can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Stairs aren't just steps in your home. They're a built-in test of your body's inner strength. Climbing a full flight without pausing to catch your breath may seem ordinary, but it's actually an impressive reflection of your cardiovascular health, lung capacity, lower body strength, and determination. After the age of 65, this simple act becomes a reliable indicator that your body is still functioning in harmony and that your aging process is moving gracefully. Each time you climb a staircase, your heart pumps harder to circulate oxygen. Your lungs expand to draw in more air, and your legs activate powerful muscles to push your body upward against gravity. It's not just exercise, it's a real-time check-in with how your body's systems are working together. Let me introduce you to George, a 73-year-old from Georgia. George was always a man on the move. He walked briskly, handled household tasks with ease, and never thought twice about stairs. But over time, he found himself avoiding them, choosing the elevator even for a single floor. Why waste energy on stairs, he told himself. But deep down, something had changed. Then, one afternoon, while visiting an old friend who lived in a walk-up apartment, George had no choice but to take the stairs. Halfway up, he gripped the railing, chest rising and falling quickly, legs trembling. He reached the top, winded, flushed, and quietly shaken. When did this get hard? He wondered. That moment was a wake-up call. Determined not to let this slip further, George committed to change. He began climbing the stairs in his home each morning, just once, slow and steady. He added a few simple exercises, seated leg lifts, step-ups on a low platform, and deep knee bends while holding onto the counter. Every movement helped rebuild strength and stamina. 3 weeks later, George climbed a full flight of stairs without stopping, and this time with a lightness in his breath and a smile on his face. That sense of triumph stayed with him, not just in his legs but in his spirit. Doctors often use stair climbing as a clinical test. If you can climb a flight without gasping for air, it means your heart is pumping efficiently, your lungs are exchanging oxygen effectively, and your muscles are still responsive and well-conditioned. It's not about speed, it's about endurance and recovery. So here's a small challenge. Find a short flight of stairs in your home building or park. Climb at your own pace. Listen to your breath. How do you feel when you reach the top? If you're still doing this with ease, keep that habit alive. It's one of the best free workouts you'll ever do, and one of the clearest signs your body is aging well. And if stairs feel daunting, don't give up. Start small. A few steps today, a few more tomorrow. Because the ability to climb is more than physical. It's symbolic. It means you're still rising, still striving, still moving forward in life. Sign 7. You can clearly recall recent events and conversations. After 65, memory often becomes a quiet concern. Forgetting a name, misplacing keys, or losing track of a conversation can make us wonder, is this just aging or something more? But if you can still recall what you ate yesterday, recount last week's phone call with a friend, or stay focused during a good book or crossword puzzle, that's more than just memory. It's a sign your brain is still thriving, adapting, and connecting with life. Meet Paul, a 79-year-old from Michigan. Paul isn't just mentally alert, he's impressively sharp. He remembers exactly what he had for dinner last night: chicken stew and steamed broccoli. And even more impressively, he can recall a detailed conversation he had with a friend 3 weeks ago, word-for-word tone and all. While many around him joke about senior moments, Paul keeps his mind active in simple but powerful ways. He starts his morning with the newspaper, plays Sudoku during lunch, and recently mastered using his smartphone to video call his grandchildren in 3 different states. His curiosity hasn't faded, it's evolved. His doctor told him during a routine checkup, "Paul, you don't just have a good memory. You have a brain that's still living, not just existing." That's the difference. A healthy memory isn't about remembering everything. It's about being present, connected, and engaged with your world. Like your muscles, your brain weakens without use. But when you gently challenge it through reading, conversation puzzles, or learning new skills, it stays agile for years. Science backs this up. Seniors with active memory habits have a significantly lower risk of cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and other forms of dementia. On the flip side, early memory loss often leads to withdrawal from social connection, which only speeds up mental and emotional decline. So test yourself. What did you eat yesterday? Who did you speak with earlier this week? What book or article made you think recently? If those answers come easily, take a moment to be proud. Your mind is still vibrant, processing, and connected, an incredible sign of healthy aging. And if your recall is slowing down, don't panic. The brain is incredibly adaptive. Start small, read 1 article a day, call an old friend, or begin a simple daily journal. Even recalling 3 good things from your day can stimulate your memory pathways, because memory is more than mental storage. It's how we stay human. And like a garden, if you water it, nourish it, and care for it, it will bloom beautifully for years to come. Sign 8. You sleep soundly and wake up refreshed. A deep, restful sleep is one of the most precious gifts you can give your body. and it becomes even more vital after 65. As we age, sleep often becomes light, fragmented, or elusive. Many older adults wake up multiple times a night, feel groggy in the morning, or toss and turn with a restless mind. That's why, if you can still sleep through the night, wake up without exhaustion, and greet the morning with a clear head and steady energy, it's a powerful sign that your body and mind are in balance. Let's meet Roger, a 74-year-old retired school principal from Arizona. Roger used to sleep like a rock, 8 hours straight, no interruptions. But gradually his nights changed. He began waking up 3 to 4 times, sometimes for no reason at all. By morning he felt drained. His thinking was slower, and his mornings started in a mental fog. Maybe this is just part of getting older, he thought. But during a visit to his doctor, he brought it up, and the doctor shook his head and said firmly, "Roger's sleep isn't something you have to lose with age. It's something you can protect." Encouraged, Roger made a few small changes. He put away his phone and tablet an hour before bed, avoided caffeine and tea after 5 p.m., and swapped late-night television for reading a light book under a warm lamp. He even opened the window slightly for fresh air and used a sleep mask to block out light. Within 2 weeks, something remarkable happened. He was sleeping through the night again. The morning grogginess disappeared. He felt mentally sharper, physically steadier, and more like the Roger he remembered from his 50s. Sleep isn't just about getting enough hours. It's about reaching the deep, restorative stages where your body repairs tissues, balances hormones, strengthens your immune system, and consolidates memories. Studies show that seniors who sleep well have lower risks of heart disease, depression, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive decline. Quality sleep also improves reaction time and balance. 2 key elements for preventing falls. If you wake up before your alarm, feeling refreshed and light, that's worth celebrating. It means your internal systems are aligning beautifully every night to recharge and restore you. But if sleep feels like a struggle lately, know this. It's not a luxury, it's a biological need you can reclaim. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive gadgets. Start small. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Keep your room dark, cool, and quiet. Avoid screens an hour before bed. Try breathing deeply or gentle stretches before sleep. And if your mind won't quiet down, keep a notebook by your bedside to write down thoughts. Because when you sleep well, you're not just resting. You're actively renewing every part of you. Your heart, your brain, your energy, and your outlook. And that quiet joy of waking up clear-headed, steady on your feet, and ready for the day ahead. That's not just comfort. It's proof that your body is still working in your favor, night after night. We've just walked through 8 quiet but powerful signs, small things that reveal how you're aging, and how long you might live. If you can still stand up from a chair without using your hands, walk briskly without losing your breath, balance on one leg, sit on the floor and stand up unassisted, carry a bag of groceries with ease, climb stairs without stopping, recall conversations clearly, and sleep soundly, waking up refreshed. Or, then congratulations, you're not just living long. You're living well. Not everyone can do all 8. Some may have 3 or 4, and that's still something to celebrate. The key isn't where you are. It's whether you're willing to keep moving forward. Because strength, mobility, memory, they can all be reclaimed at any age with small, consistent steps. Aging isn't a downhill slide. It can be a peaceful plateau where you live slower, deeper, and with the wisdom youth could never touch. Thank you for joining ElderlyTV to listen, reflect, and inspire each other. If something in this video moved you, or if you're proud of a sign you're still holding on to, share it in the comments below. Your story is a gift to us all. We'll see you in the next video. ElderlyTV, where we celebrate aging with strength, depth, and radiant light.